Okay. So get nice and comfortable in your perfect seat and try to get your shoulders over your hips so that you can keep your back nice and long. That's the reason I like to sit on a blanket, because it helps to keep your spine a little bit more erect, your knees a little closer to the mat. I'm going to do this and keep you nice and long. So last week we talked about gratitude for all those who support us in our everyday life. And I was thinking how such little things that happen every day, little tiny things that we can be grateful for, like the honeysuckle when I walk through the park and I smell that beautiful fragrance. How nice. Little things like that. Yeah, like there's a bird actually perched on the kitchen window in the sanctuary outside. She's made a nest, and she's taking care of her chicks, her unhatched chicks, I'm guessing, because she's just been there now since last week. Little things that we have to be grateful for every single day. You know, that sun shining today. So with that in mind, let's begin our practice and think about how we can be grateful for the smallest of things, and think about how important it is that you brought yourself to this practice. You can be grateful for that you're taking care of yourself. So close your eyes, come inside, and begin to notice your breath. Bring your attention fully to your breath. And begin to deepen your breath, taking a very deep inhale, filling your lungs to capacity. And when you get there, when your lungs are full, pause for a count of 2. And then release it very, very slowly. Lengthen your exhale. That's what helps to relax your whole body. And then when you're completely empty of breath, pause for a count of 2 again before you begin your inhale, and continue that at your own pace, filling your lungs, pausing, emptying of breath, pausing. Think about breathing in the beauty of the season, about tiny little things all around you, and exhale gratitude. Inhale and exhale. And continue at your own pace. And come back to your natural rhythm of breathing. And bring your chin to your chest. And as you lift your head up to neutral, begin to open your eyes and allow them to open fully when your head comes to neutral. And I just want to make sure that you have your computer on speaker view. Yeah. So you can see me better. Okay. All right. Bring your hands down alongside your body. Walk your left hand away, right arm alongside right ear. Drop your shoulder by bending your left elbow. Keep both hips on the mat. Inhale to center. Take another deep breath in and out. Inhale and then exhale over to the other side and stretch your whole left side body. Again, keep your hips down, and your hand that's on the mat can help you to do that. If you push into it, it'll allow your hips to ground better. Come back to center. Send your arms back behind you, your fingers pointing forward, and you're going to lean back on your wrists. You're going to send your nose to the sky, and we're going to do our dragon breaths, yeah? So inhale, ha, 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 and once more, ha, and spring off your fingers, come forward over your legs, and come down any amount. Release your arms, bring them in front of you. Maybe you can put your forearms down on the mat in front of your feet. And come down any amount. And then slowly unfold. Bring your arms up straight overhead. And turn your arms, rotate them from the shoulder socket so that the palms of your hand are facing behind you. And you're going to look up between your hands, and you're going to imagine that whatever it is you need today, or tomorrow, or anytime, or maybe we can just pull down a little bit more gratitude for those little things, yeah? So reach, grab hold, make a fist, and bring very gently, bring it down to your heart. Lift up, make a fist, and bring it down. Your elbows are reaching down towards the mat. Once more, and bring it down very gently. Bring it down. We're going to do that again, but with a little bit more energy so that we can pump up our arms a little bit more. So you're going to make that fist and then and let go. Okay, good. Bring your left ear to your left shoulder. And feel the stretch on the right side of your neck. You're going to breathe into it. Inhale and exhale. Inhale into that side of your neck. And exhale, let it go. Once more, breathe in. Exhale, let it go. Bring your head to neutral. Your right ear to your right shoulder. Feel that stretch. Inhale into that stretch. Exhale, release it. Inhale and exhale. Once more, inhale and let it go. Let it go. Bring your head to neutral. Turn to look over your left shoulder. Turn your head, just opening your neck up a little bit more. Center, and then over to the other side. And center. Okay, good. Send your shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down, and then go the other way. just opening up your shoulders gently. And send your arms straight out to the sides like a letter T. And you're going to make tiny little circles, little itty bitty circles, what I call the hummingbird circles, like you're hovering over that beautiful flower to get some nectar. And then you'll begin to make your circles bigger and bigger and bigger until they're so big that your fingers touch the floor. Your arms go way back behind you, all the way up to the sky and come down. Big, big, giant circles. Opening up your shoulders, juicing up your shoulder joints. And then the next time your fingers are at your mat, pause. Now we're going to go in the opposite direction, but you're going to start with the big circles. Big, big circles. And then you'll make them smaller and smaller and smaller until you come to those little hummingbird wings. And then pause, release them, bring your hands to your thighs. Send your legs straight out in front of you and shake them out just to give them a break so that they don't fall asleep or anything. And rotate them from side to side and point and flex, point and flex. We're going to continue with working on our upper body, however. I just wanted to make sure your legs are nice and comfortable because mine were beginning to feel like, you know, they needed a little relaxation. So here we go. Send your arms straight out. You're going to make that fist. You're going to rotate your arms so that your the crease of your elbow, your palm of your hand is facing upward, but you still have those fists, right? You're going to inhale, exhale. Bring your shoulders, your elbows down towards your waist. And then after you've done it gently for a couple of times, pump it up a little. Pump it up. And bring it down. All right. And relax. Roll your shoulders once. And you're going to send your arms out in front of you. Palms pointing upward. Make those fists and bring them towards you. Gently at first, and then pump it up. And then come to rest. So that's good for your biceps, triceps, working all your upper body here. Okay, good. So now we're going to, however your legs are, doesn't matter. You're going to turn to look over your left shoulder. Your left hand should be close to your hip for support. And the reason we want it close is to keep that spine straight and long. And use your right hand on the outside, on your knee, if your legs are crossed, on the outside of your thigh, wherever your legs are, so that you could use that for leverage to turn just a little bit more. And when you inhale, you're going to imagine sending your spine straight up to the sky. You're lengthening it. Lengthening it. On an exhale, and you're completely empty of breath, and make space inside, you can twist a little bit more. Come back to center. And now before we go to the other side, I want to show you a little trick for helping you to lengthen your spine. So bring your hands to your lowest rib, right? And feel it. Get in there. It's okay. Nothing bad can happen, right? So you're going to actually lift your ribs away from your pelvis and send your arms all the way up to the sky. Crown of your head reaches upward. You're going to bring your belly towards your spine to help support that extension of your spine. And then you're going to twist to the right, looking over your right shoulder. And feel that space you just made in the middle. And the same thing here, your right arm is supporting you by bringing it close to your hip, your hand to your hip. And you will lengthen your spine on an inhale. Feel your crown of your head moving up, and when you're empty of breath, maybe you can twist a little bit more. Come back to center. Great. All right. So bring the soles of your feet together and butterfly your legs. Right. And then pause, and then place your feet wide apart, the distance of your mat, on the short edge of your mat. All right. And you're going to place your hands alongside your hips, fingers pointing forward. Here you can see them, I'm putting them on top of my blanket. And you're going to send your knees to the right. Inhale, and I can say it now because I have only Bucks Monters, to the quilt. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And now you're going to bring your arms around. You're going to look to the right where your knees are heading. And you're going to bring your hand on your hip. You're going to place your right hand, the palm, on the floor or the mat. And you're going to do some hip flexors. So you're just going to lift your hip up and down. This is great for your lower back muscles, your QL muscle, which is this muscle right back here. And also for your psoas, which is your internal hip flexor. Come back to center, and let's do the other side. So come to look at in the left, in that direction. Bring your right hand to your hip and flex it. Lift it away from the mat and down, away and down. These poses too, all kinds of twists are not only good to build your core, they're also good for digestion, for any kind of intestinal problems. It helps to loosen up and relax your intestines. And then bring both feet back together, right? And send your legs straight out in front of you, right? Open your left leg as wide as you wish. It doesn't have to be very wide. And then bend your right knee and bring the sole of your right foot to your left thigh, the inner thigh, right? And you're going to turn to look at your left foot, the extended foot, your left foot. Your hands are alongside that leg. You're going to try and square your shoulders off with that foot, which would mean your breastbone coming in line with your leg. If that's too much of a twist, then do whatever amount works for you today, as long as your arms are straddling your leg. Take a deep breath in, and on an exhale, begin to walk your hands toward your foot. and stop wherever it is comfortable for you. Bend your elbows and fold over your extended leg. Come down as far as you comfortably can. Look up at your foot. Slide your hands back to center. Twist to center. And twist to your bent knee now. So it's not quite as much of a turn to square your shoulders with your knee. It's a little bit less of a turn, which is what we want. Your hands, though, still straddling that leg, your knee. And we're going to do some cats and dogs here. So this will help to release our spine. So on an inhale, send your spine forward. On an exhale, curl it back behind you. Inhaling when you come forward, exhaling when you curl back behind you. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, then pause and turn back to center. Bring both of your legs straight out in front of you. Bring your right leg in. Oh no, we want to open our right leg, yeah. And bend your left leg, bringing the sole of your foot to your inner thigh, and turn to look at your extended leg. Bring your hands down on the mat. Now this may be as far as you go, and that's absolutely okay. Or you might come down farther by walking your hands away and extending over that leg. Keeping your spine long and straight all the time, all the while. And when you finally come down as far as you can, just let it go. Just let go. Look up at your foot. Slide your hands back to middle. Come to center and turn to your bent knee. And we're going to do our cats and dogs here. So inhale forward, exhale, curl behind you, inhale. Send your heart forward, exhale, curl your spine behind you. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then come back to center. And bring both of your legs straight out to either side. And only as far as you can comfortably go. And you're simply going to come forward in front of your legs. You've got all this room now to come down a little bit more and let your head release to the mat. Place your hands down on the mat and straighten your arms, come up and bring your legs back down together. Okay, great, and stretch, shake them out. Okay, so let's come on to hands and knees for just a moment so that we can do some cats and dogs, or cats and cows as you may know them, right? So you know me well enough by now to know that other teachers' cows are my dogs, okay? So inhale, curl your spine towards the mat, making a U shape with your spine. Inhale, push the mat away. Arch your spine to the sky. And continue with these cats and dogs at your own pace, but go slowly. I recommend slowly because it's so wonderful to feel your spine making these transitions, to imagine all the vertebrae lining up, to feel the stretch of your shoulders, the incline of your hips. And the next time you're in your cat spine, send your hips to your heels. And come down over your legs. And remember, your child's pose, your legs can be wide apart, giving you more space to come inside your legs, or you can use your legs as shelves to rest over. Send your arms straight out in front of you for an extended child's pose. Lift your hips, walk your fingers forward. Send your hips forward, lengthen your legs behind you, and come forward. Turn under your toes. Push your hands into the mat. Lift your hips to the sky for downward facing dog. So get your alignment in your dog. You're pushing the mat away from you with your hands. Your heels are coming towards the mat. Your chest is coming toward your thigh. And you're going to walk your dog now. So bend one knee while the other stays straight, and then alternate back and forth to walk in place, to walk your dog in place. And what this does too is you'll see as your heel is coming towards the mat, it opens up the back of your leg. Feel the stretch. Allow that straight leg, the heel of the straight leg, to reach for the mat to open up even more. And then come back to your dog. And you're going to walk your feet in between your hands. And hang over in Uttanasana, forward fold. And you're going to send your arms out and up and all the way up. And bring your hands down to your heart. So we're going to do some standing poses, yeah? So come to your Tadasana. All 10 toes pointing forward, they're right under your hip bones. Your shoulders are over your hips over your ankles. You're going to remember to lift those ribs away from your pelvis and bring your belly towards your spine to help with that upward movement. Crown of your head goes up to the sky. Send your shoulders forward, up, back, and down, and let them fall naturally by your side for a Tadasana, mountain pose. Feet rooted in the ground, crown of your head up to the heavens, mountain. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, gather. Exhale, bring your prayer to your heart. Inhale and exhale. In your Tadasana, stand nice and tall. Come on the ball of your right foot and step it back as far as you comfortably can with the sole of your back foot flat on the mat. You're going to look down to make sure that your feet are in their own track so that your right leg is not behind your left. They're in separate lanes. You're going to send your arms back behind you because Warrior One rose from the earth. Bring your arms up alongside your ears for Warrior One. Inhale, send your arms sweeping back behind you, interlace your fingers. Inhale and exhale, come forward, make sure your hips are square. Come forward to become level with your thigh in a flat back. Inhale and exhale. You can stay right here or come a little deeper inside your legs. Or not. Inhale, press your feet into the mat. Let your knuckles help lead you back up. Bring your arms all the way up to the sky. Bring your hands together. Remember to press your feet into the mat for balance. Look up at your prayer. All warriors say a prayer before battle. Inhale and exhale. Bring that prayer down to your heart. Release your arms. Step your right foot forward. And we'll do that on the other side. So come up on the ball of your left foot. Step it way back, or whoops, or as far as it goes with your foot flat on the mat. Square your hips. You're bending your front leg, but make sure, because this is a weight-bearing pose, that your knee doesn't go past your ankle. That's to protect your knee. Swing your arms back and then forward as Warrior One, Virabhadrasana 1, rises from the earth. This time, let's say our prayer first. Bring your palms of your hands together, look up at your prayer. I know you may not be able to see my hands right now, but they're there. And then bring that prayer down to your heart. Swing your arms back behind you, interlace your fingers, send your knuckles to the earth. Inhale, exhale, come forward. And hold this long back, long, straight, flat back for a breath or two. And then inhale and exhale. Maybe you wish to come a little deeper. And push into the mat with your feet. Let your knuckles lead you back up. Release your arms. Step forward. Excellent. You can come to the long edge of your mat. Yeah. And you're going to send your right toes to your left toes, I'm sorry, so that I can mirror you. That's your left, my right. Toes to the short edge of your mat. Your back leg is nice and straight. You're going to bend your forward leg. Again, making sure your knee does not go past your ankle, and also making sure that your leg doesn't collapse inward. You need to rotate this whole leg so that your knee is over the middle of your toes. Back leg is long. Shoulders are square with the long edge of your mat. Arms are reaching out. You're looking over your left arm. Warrior Two, Virabhadrasana 2 is sizing up the challenge and coming up with a strategy to move forward. But first, bring your right hand down to your right thigh. Lift your left hand up for a peaceful warrior. Peace sign, peace mudra. Then rotate your whole arm so that the palm is facing back. Frame your head with your arm, and maybe you'll come down a little bit more. Maybe you'll stretch just a little bit more. Maybe not. It's okay. Come as far as you can. And come back up. Bring your feet to center. Send your left toes to the short edge of the mat. Bend that knee. Long, straight back leg. Shoulders square. Arms straight out. Looking over your right fingers to size up your challenge. Bring your left hand down to your thigh. Peaceful warrior. And you can stay right here, or if you wish, rotate and come down a little bit more. Bring both arms back to warrior two. Bring your toes to face forward. And we're just going to do now a very wide leg forward fold, just a simple forward fold. Come all the way down. Upavista Uttanasana, wide-legged forward fold. And then allow your hands to be on the floor or as you heel toe your feet towards center. And you don't have to come all the way, and pause, and then reach your arms out to the side to come up. Bring your hands together and down the center line. All right, and then you can bring your feet together the rest of the way. So we're going to come back down on our mat. And you're going to come to sit with your legs stretched out in front of you. All right. And your arms are going to stretch out in front of you, palms facing each other. You're going to inhale and exhale and begin your journey down very, very slowly. Don't let your back slap onto the mat. If you feel that's going to happen, then bring your forearms down and come down the rest of the way. Bring the soles of your feet to the mat. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Reach to the back of your left thigh as you bring your left leg closer to your chest. Use your right elbow to push your right knee away from you. Flex your right foot. This is good for sciatica. And gardeners love this. And send your left leg straight up to the sky and rotate your foot so that you can loosen up your ankle a little bit, and then point and flex, point and flex. Bring your leg back down, release the hold of your leg, uncross your legs, bring your left ankle on your right thigh. As you bring your right leg in towards your chest, reach around your thigh to take hold of it. Send your knee away, your left knee away, your left foot is flexed. And you're making an effort to bring your leg a little bit closer to your chest. This is stretching your sciatic nerve. Send your leg straight up to the sky. And then rotate your foot in both directions and point and flex, point and flex. Release it. Uncross your legs. If you have a blanket handy, bring it so that it becomes underneath your hips as you come back down onto the mat, and send your legs straight up to the sky for a little inversion, little gentle inversion. And you can play with your legs a little if you like, or just stay with your legs straight up. You can send them out to the sides. You can bend your knees. You can play a little here. Do whatever you'd like to do, or just let them stretch. Remember to deepen your breath. Keep breathing. Whenever you're ready, you'll bend your knees, bring your feet to the mat, and come up, release the blanket if you have one, and come to Shavasana. Begin to reawaken your body, roll your head from side to side. Make gentle movements with your hands and your feet. Send your arms overhead, back behind you. Send your feet away from you in the opposite direction for a deep body stretch, big, long stretch. And then bring your knees into your chest, hug them, and roll from side to side. And then release your knees and roll over onto your left side into a fetal position, exposing your right side, your sun side, to prepare you for the day ahead. And make your way up to sit. And when you get there, bring your hands to your heart. And let's go back to thinking about the little things, the sounds of the birds, the breeze on your face in the trees, music, laughter, a smile on a child's face. And deepen your breath and breathe in the joy of those small things and exhale gratitude. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Send your chin to your chest. Lift your head slowly, opening your eyes as you come up to neutral. Thank you so much for being here with me. Namaste.